So it appears Firefox has now got a free built-in VPN, or at least a browser-level VPN feature, and I was wondering whether this was actually useful or just another one of these checkbox privacy features that they stuff into browsers. So in this video, it's only quick, but I wanted to do something fairly simple and practical. Just have a quick look at what it protects, what it doesn't, couple of quick tests, and see whether this is something people should genuinely consider using day to day. So before trying this out, it's probably the most single important thing to understand that this is just a browser level VPN or proxy system. It's not a full device VPN like NordVPN, Mullvad, Proton, and all these others. So traffic inside Firefox is protected and routed through Mozilla's infrastructure, but everything outside the browser generally isn't. So your games, Discord, torrents, emails, background apps, other browsers, they're not protected by this. So I think the distinction matters because a lot of people hear the word VPN and assume the entire computer suddenly becomes private or anonymous, which isn't really the case anyway, but definitely not here. So using the VPN is really simple. You just need to find it in Firefox, you sign in or enable it. You might need to create an account. You can usually use a Microsoft or a Google account to log in, or create a new Mozilla account, and then it'll work. So let's just have a look at this, and we can also check how fast it runs. Okay, so here's Firefox, and you should see the VPN. As long as you've got the latest version of Firefox, you should see the VPN button there. Now, it may ask you to create an account. They're all free. I logged in with my Google account, but you can create one via an email in the usual way. And the VPN button is just turn off and turn on. So the VPN is off at the moment. Now, I want to quickly show you a speed test just to see what effect. So we'll obviously need to do a check before it. Now, this is at the end of it's not very scientific, this, a rather flaky Wi-Fi connection in the far corner of my house. It gets usually between about 30 and 100 megabits a second, depends how many children I have home at the moment. Only got one at the moment, so 37 megabits a second, 27 milliseconds ping, and around about 30 megabits upload speed. Okay, so it's 27, 37, 35. Now what I'm going to do is turn the VPN now, because all we're looking at is here what impact it has on my normal speed. I normally get better than that, but here we go. So we'll just refresh that page and start the test again. So the ping is very similar. 37, I think it was, for download speed. You can see it's actually going up a bit. 38, 49, 48 megabits a second, which is actually faster with the VPN enabled. Now, I'm not suggesting it. That's just the fluctuation in my very unscientific survey. The upload speed doesn't always report on this tool, but I guess it's pretty similar. But the point I'm trying to make here is there's very little impact on your VPN speed, for me personally anyway. Now, we need to go and check something else, how secure it is. Now, let's just look at something called the WebRTC leak test. We'll run that and see if we get any errors on this. This is with the VPN enabled, remember. Takes a couple of seconds to run. And there's no errors there. No leak has been reported. And now we can just look at the IP address with the VPN enabled. Now, I did notice a few things that you tend to get random IP addresses and locations. Here you can see, and I'm based in the UK, I'm getting a San Francisco IP address from this connection. Now, the other few times I tried it, I got a London one, and I got one from Hungary. So there were sort of random connections made there. So at the moment, I've got an American IP address, as you can see there. And we'll just run the DNS leak test. That's just to see if you get any weird DNS recordings there, and you can see we haven't. We've just got one from Fastly, which were part of Mozilla's VPN infrastructure. Okay, So just to summarize, we've run a few standard privacy checks, nothing special, including IP location tests, DNS leak tests, and WebRTC leak checks, just to see what information was actually visible while using the VPN, while it was connected. And the good news, we didn't see any problems there. Didn't see my real ISP DNS servers leaking out, which is generally what you're looking for in those checks. And that we hid my IP address. So it was quite interesting that the different tools reported different locations, so that I got a London IP address initially, and then San Francisco, and as I said, a Hungarian IP address as well. So I don't want to disappear too deeply into a sort of networking rabbit hole here, but it does show how these VPN infrastructures, these modern browser infrastructures, are often more distributed and cloud-based than people often realize. They certainly didn't used to be like that. So after testing it a bit, I think Mozilla's free VPN makes the most sense as just considered as a lightweight everyday privacy tool. You'd use it in times, things like public Wi-Fi on your laptop or your phone if you just want to check your banking or some secure site. Whack the Mozilla VPN, turn it on and turn it off when you're finished. Basic browsing privacy, it would be great. Speed seems fine. You've obviously got no control over the location, so remember your browsing is colored by the IP address. So if I started searching for electricians with a San Francisco IP address, I'd get electricians in the San Francisco area. So remember stuff like that. And that's obviously a big limitation of this free VPN. But it adds an extra layer of protection without too much effort. It hides a little bit of activity from your ISP, but remember, it's only browser-based, so only the information from Firefox is going through. So I wouldn't rely on it for serious anonymity. I wouldn't rely on it for things like torrenting, normal advanced security cases, for protecting your device. It's not good. And again, it's not a criticism. I think it's important to judge it for what it is rather than expect it to replace a full VPN. That 50 gig isn't going to last long, over a month. So don't try and stream anything over it or watch TV or get music, because it disappears very quickly indeed. So overall, I actually came away fairly impressed with this. I only had a quick look, but it's not some revolutionary privacy system. Definitely not. But Mozilla is a trusted name, and it's infinitely better than using any of the free VPN services you see advertised online. They're really not to be trusted. Mozilla is a trusted name. And if you already use Firefox and you want a lightweight privacy layer for everyday browsing, especially if you're traveling or on public Wi-Fi, just turn that button on when you're checking your email or your bank account or something like that. It'll add a pretty decent level of security directly into your browser, obviously only when you're using Firefox. So you do need to understand it. It is just browser protection. It doesn't protect your computer. It's not full device anonymity, but a free built-in tool. I liked it. Okay, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this. A little bit different than my normal video, just seeing if it works. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.